What's up, Train Fam? Today we're going to take a deeper dive into the 5 things that I'm not a big fan of with this new Lionel Legacy Mohawk. Now, of course, this is just my opinion. You don't have to take it to heart. It's just something that I thought I would come up with because there's a few things that I'm not a big fan of. Just remember to keep watching to the end of this video as we go over the one thing that I really am not a big fan of. And without further ado, let's go into number 1. Okay, so we've got the engine fired up and we're going to bring her on in. Number 1 is the marker lights. Now, I'm not the only O-scaler that thinks this about these marker lights. Lionel has put them on the train, which is great, but they are a very, very bright green color. And just for comparison, we're going to bring in the mighty CC2. Now, just look at the marker lights on the CC2. They're red and green. Much more prototypical looking in my humble opinion. Here again we can see the marker light comparison, and the green is just not very prototypical. Now, surprisingly, on the tender, the red isn't as bad as the front green lights, but still it's pretty laser-like looking if you ask me. Moving right on to number 2, and staying in the same theme as lights, we're going to look at the headlight. Now, the CC2, for comparison's sake, is much more realistic, more of a golden light, whereas the Mohawk has more of an ice blue light. Turning the lights on the tenders, you're going to see the same story. The rear end of the CC2 has a great candle-lit looking headlight, whereas the Mohawk is still that icy blue color, which the camera is not picking up that great at this instance. And the Mohawk has a light that looks like it would be more fitting on a diesel. Speaking of the tenders, this brings us to number 3, which is tender detail. Yes, the MTH nickel plate road 765, which comes in at about $500 less than the Lionel Mohawk, has much better tender detail. As you can see on the trucks, there's lots of separately applied chains and more details, as you can see in this picture right here. But as we move on to the Lionel Mohawk, we've got cast trucks and no separately applied details. And for number 4, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes. If you look here under the tender cap, you're going to see no legacy controls. None whatsoever. Nothing is added into the tender. However, if you flip the locomotive over, you can see the controls for Legacy underneath the trailing truck. Yes, the locomotive must be flipped over, or you're going to need to do some pretty creative acrobats. But there are the controls underneath the trailing truck. This is a big no-no for me, as why would I want to flip over this $1,500 locomotive with all the separately applied details to the top? We are going to round out this video with number 5. Number 5 is the big one, and it is that the rear coupler does not work. Now, it does throw from the remote, but as you can see here, when we slam a car into it, it does not shut. Now, let's back the car up, push it with the finger, and it stays locked. Am I going to take this locomotive back because of this problem? I am not sure. Only time will tell. And just for comparison's sake, the Lionel Mohawk is $1,500 MSRP, whereas the nickel plate road 765 from MTH is coming in right at about $1,000. So what is the extra $500 that we're looking at here? In my opinion, the 765 has better detail. It has a quill and whistle. It has a smoking whistle, the same as a Mohawk. I do want to remind everybody that this is just my opinion. I absolutely love the Mohawk, even though it does cost about $500 more than the 765 from MTH. I'm going to leave you with some beautiful shots of the Mohawk running on my layout. And please look out for the next video of the Mohawk, which is 5 things I absolutely love about it. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.